Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, since clearing 66 cents, the Aussie's heading higher on towards 66.5 to 67 cents. A very bullish pattern here coming through, a very strong ADX and also an overheated RSI or overbought. Nevertheless, in the combination of the three technicals, the market still remains strong ahead of this week's rate decision. With the RBA expected to keep rates on hold, though strong growth for tight labour market and Governor Bullock's warning that inflation is not yet continued keep the door open to future hikes. Meanwhile, markets have priced in over 80% for the Fed to cut rates this week of 25 basis points. Along with that, we also have China's trade balance and a pivotal week, as I mentioned, of central bank events. Still, any pullback likely to be limited around 66.10 with 65.5 offering short-term base. The euro, well, after taking a pause in its rally, still maintains relatively firm as the dollar index sinks towards 98.95. Given the fact that the eyes are on this week's FOMC meeting on the 11th, New York time, and with a 25 basis point cut, will weigh on the dollar. But then again, all eyes will be on the shift of leadership once Jerome Powell's term ends in 2026, or could be sometime a touch sooner if Trump gets his way. All eyes will be on the top side now towards that target I've been calling at 117.15.25. And let's see if we can get there with winning weakness to be limited. Dollar yen, well, trying to recover, but still remains somewhat heavy from a technical point. Still holding my view down towards the lows of 154 and maybe even lower. We did get close there on Friday, but nevertheless, still weakness is likely to hold and may even see a drop lower towards 152. Sterling, well, the market's still somewhat a little bit pausing or consolidates, but I still feel upside since achieving the 133 could be onto 134 or 135. Keep an eye on these technicals, they still remain somewhat firm. A touch of profit taking and a little bit of hesitance when it comes to the rally in gold, but there is still much speculation that Kevin has said could replace Powell, but has keeping the somewhat bullish play where this trend line is. All eyes are looking higher, and that is on towards 4,250, and there is much talk of 4,500. And wrapping up with oil, broken through this trend line around 59.60 and now puts $62 a barrel on the cards. Technicals are firm. Let's see if we can achieve that top side. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining me, and as always, look out for the internet report. I hope you enjoy the great start to the new week.